Rolling. So we're actually here for a different reason. And I was wondering if you wouldn't mind taking a seat for us. I'm going to play something.
Thank you for trusting us on that.
I'm going to play something on the TV here for you. Should start right about now.
My name is Brad Schleikowski, and I'm here to honor Mrs. Kelly Clark Page, my middle school homeroom teacher and science teacher at Walker Middle School. Dear Mrs. Kelly Clark Page, middle school is a tough time for most kids, and I was no different. Back then, coming out as gay was something that wasn't really talked about, and when you learned about the bullying that was happening to me in school and on the bus, you stepped up and took me under your wing. You spoke to my parents and decided that you would be the one to drive me to school every day. And by the way, I'm still a Sinead fan. You stood up for me when I had no one in my corner, and that's something I've never forgotten after all this time. But I wanted you to know that you, my friend, are a huge reason of who I am today. And that is something I could never get from a lecture, a textbook, or practicing my cursive. I'll forever be grateful for everything you did for me, knowing that the struggles of coming out and what that could have led to versus the man you helped me shape to be today. With all my love, Brad.
This means the world to me. And this is, well, I never knew I had that much of an impact, but that's why I do what I do. For this. It's all about relationships and knowing that if they feel safe in a classroom, that they can do anything. I love what I do, and this just typifies the why I am where I am. And if I could touch one, that's the beauty.
Just to say thank you from Milwaukee PBS and more importantly from Brad.
Oh, this is so sweet.
There
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you so
Happy
much.
Teacher Appreciation Week.
Wow, I'm honored. I'm honored, and I hope we need more. We need more people to come into the ranks and actually not worry about always the curriculum and that is just to help grow kids.
Oh boy. Oh, Sam! Holy cow.
My name is Sam Guyton. I was Mr. Roberts' student at Milwaukee High School of the Arts, and he was my vocal coach. Vocal coach, mentor, everything. Dear Mr. Roberts, I wrote you a letter. It seems like a lifetime ago that I was in your choir room, the room that started my music career. I'm beyond thankful for your teaching and your continued support into my adult career. If you know Mr. Roberts, simply by saying his name often is followed with a smile. All the young teenagers that have been touched by his teachings are destined for success, and I'm just another student that has been granted that opportunity. The coolest part is that he's still in the classroom and will continue to shape the future of the Milwaukee music community for years to come. Thank you, Mr. Roberts.
You guys are sneaky. Wow. It's very gratifying to know that you make connections with people and that the connections are what mean something. In education, we get bogged down with what did the student score on a test? What did they do? How does this look? How does this make us look as teachers, as a school district? But that's what is meaningful, because kids will take this away for the rest of their lives. Someone believed in me, someone challenged me, someone expected me to do great things. That's what we all strive for, and that's the whole purpose of education. This is something that fuels me to keep doing what I do. It was really gratifying to hear Sam say those things, and it really just reinforces everything that I hold dear about a philosophy of connecting to other humans.
So on behalf of Sam and sort of all of us here, we just wanted to say thank you.
I'm gonna spend all night trying to figure out how this all was put together. I'll get to the bottom of it. Thank you.
I got a little video for you to watch.
Hi, my name is DeAndre Lewis, and I'm a former student from Riverside University High School. I'm here today to honor my teacher, Mr. Wild. He was our AP psychology teacher in the 12th grade. Dear Mr. Wild, your mentorship during high school means the world to me. You were an inspiration to me and so many other students during our time at Riverside University High School. Your activism in the LGBTQIA and African American culture was always so noble and genuine. I appreciate your sense of humor and being supportive as we found our identities as teenagers. And even when it was tough, you never gave up on me. I appreciate you, I celebrate you, and thank you once again.
That's beautiful. I think teachers really don't realize what kind of impact they have on their students. Just the littlest word of encouragement goes a long way. For me, the relationship was number one most important thing. Teaching came second. And you teach through the relationship because you've got them listening to you. If you don't have a good relationship with your students, they're going to turn off. It's $1 million. It's why I live. Everybody should have a purpose for living. And I fell into teaching, and I couldn't ask for a better job in my entire life. It's why I exist, to help lift up the young people.
And just to extend some thanks on behalf of DeAndre and all of us for all the teachers out there.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Here we go.
My name is Adam Carr, and I'm honoring Mark Horowitz, who is my 4th grade teacher at Golda Meir. Dear Mr. Horowitz, we walked out of room 23 through the school's front doors and down 4th Street until we arrived at Grant's Soul Food Restaurant on North Avenue. We dined in booths while we listened to Grant's story, how his family found Milwaukee through the Great Migration, growing up in what we call Bronzeville today. Then we went next door, where Dr. James Cameron gave us a tour of America's Black Holocaust Museum. We went on similar field trips to Mexican and Serbian restaurants. It takes a village to raise a child. And Mr. Horowitz, you were a leader in that village for so many children. But here's where I am even more thankful. It also takes a village to raise a village. And in a city that can seem intractably divided, you inspired us to be the village we needed. As an adult, I've built a career seeking and telling the story of Milwaukee. On my best days, I feel like I'm back in your class, with my friends, embracing the magic in the world around us and each other. You put so much of your heart and soul into our classroom, and we felt it. Thank you, Mr. Horowitz.
It's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing. I agree with everything he said about my husband. And it was wonderful to hear him say it. Mark just loved teaching. He loved teaching, and he loved showing those kids the world in the city, the world outside the city. I loved to watch him teach. He believed in every kid. He really did. When I say he wasn't an easy teacher, he believed in every kid. He believed every kid could do it, and he believed they could do more than most people think 9 and 10-year-olds can do.
So to wrap up, we just have a token of thanks from Adam and us for you and your family, and for Mark, obviously, to honor celebrate all that he did.
This is very appropriate because one of my husband's other loves was Van Gogh, and we always got him sunflowers for big occasions. So I don't know, it must have been ESP, but thank you very much.
I have a video here for you, just for you.
Okay.
My name is Sam Ergani. I went to Ronald Wilson Reagan High School, and I spent 4 years there with the educator, Mr. Chad, who taught us art history, found object, I guess everything art related. Dear Mr. Chad, my first takeaway from your classes is that it was okay to be yourself. You played fresh music, guided us over 4 years of art courses, teaching us art history, different mediums, concepts, reflections, and the true form of what it means to extract a piece of yourself from something that you created. While you may have turned a blind eye to many of my young mistakes, I always knew you were simply patient, understanding, and met your students with an abundance of grace. While I have spent the last 5 years of my life as a professional creative, I do want to take this moment to sincerely thank you. I thank you for your sacrifices, most of which I don't fully understand. I thank you for your knowledge, for without it I wouldn't be half the artist that I am today. Thank you for helping change my life.
So that was our surprise for you today.
You can edit that out, right? That is the food that keeps you going. That is why you show up. It's been great to have so many students in your life that have come back, and they come back, to talk and to show their gratitude, and how generous they are, how open arms they are towards the way they feel about you. That little surprise right there was really nice. I appreciate that.
On behalf of Sam and obviously us at Milwaukee PBS, just, we thought we'd give you a flower bouquet to take home, just to say thank you for all that you do and the impact, the positive impact you're having on your students.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sam, if you're watching, thanks for the flowers, man. All right. This is great. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
this is really nice.